for the technical difficulties early on, but right now the Lady Tigers are on top, 16-4 over South Carolina Faith A&M, the Lady Raging Bulls. I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you so very much for joining us for this scrimmage here, as we have a abbreviated season of Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball. Of course, coming up after this game will be the second game of our doubleheader between Voorhees and SCF A&M, as the boys will take to the court after this game. Here's a quick shot. It's up, no good, and it's hauled in by Amari Brown. So back come the Raging Bulls, the Lady Raging Bulls. Only dressed out 8 players here this evening, as that was a bad shot there, as Middleton misses. Back the other way come the Tigers, the Lady Tigers. Here's a shot. Up, no good by Ashley Johnson. Card with the rebound. Those are familiar names from last year's squad, as we have a jump ball situation. Of course, in the midst of this pandemic, that is why we have the abbreviated season. Of course, usually basketball season starts around November, as the inbounds pass is nearly, and it is stolen there, and a nice shot put up, no good, but the rebound too hard off the glass for Middleton. Back come the Tigers, the Lady Tigers, coming off a successful season last year. Down the lane, and it's good. Diamond Culver. And Diamond, you'll hear a lot more about her this year. With 6 points on the evening, and it's an 18-4 Lady Tiger lead over the Lady Raging Bulls. And here's a steal. Back come the other way. This is the newest Lady Tiger with the basketball, McDonald. And Brittany McDonald misses. Fight for the rebound. And McDonald comes away with it. McDonald already shown her presence here for the Lady Tigers with 5 points, as you just joining us, as we'll have a traveling violation called against Card. So we're in the first quarter. A minute and 29 seconds remaining in this 18-4 game, featuring the Lady Tigers and the Lady Raging Cajun, Lady Raging Cajun, the Raging Bulls. You know, when I see the Raging, I'm always thinking about the Raging Cajun. That's all down there at the University of Louisiana. But this team is from North Charleston, as we have a kickball against Card. As we go through this basketball game, let you know some of the newcomers, some of the returning faces, and a few things that's a bit new here, especially in this COVID pandemic impacted basketball season, as the shot put up no good, but the rebound and shot also no good by Ashley Bryan. And back come the Lady Tigers. Brittany McDonald, she's a transfer from St. Andrews College in North Carolina. The shot for 3 is good there for Culver. So Culver, the hot hand here in this first quarter, as we're down to 43 seconds remaining. A little full court press almost works. Shot for point blank range is no good by Judge. And coming away with the ball was Johnson. So we're coming up on 25 seconds to go in this first quarter. 21 for the Lady Tigers, 4 for the Lady Raging Bulls. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Looks like they don't know it yet. McDonald got to put it up. And it's a shot clock violation. So a shot clock violation called against the Lady Tigers. Of course, this is just a scrimmage, so this is the first look at the 2021 Lady Tigers. Of course, head coach by Edward Glover, now in his 20th season overall here at Voorhees. He has been a successful coach both on the men and the women's side of Voorhees basketball. So as the officials now says it will be Lady Tigers basketball. So everybody just starting off, of course, unusual to have your first game in the middle of January, but everything has been unusual in all sports as the shot put up and no good, and that is the end of the first quarter with the score. Lady Tigers leading 21-4 over the Lady Raging Bulls of South Carolina Faith A&M. Last year, if you was with us last year, if the score holds up, we might see something similar to what we saw last year. Last year, the Lady Raging Bulls came in to Denmark, and they came out of Denmark. At least they still had their pride with them. It was a 108-25 score last year. Yes, the Lady Tigers blew out the Lady Raging Bulls by over 70-plus points in last year's game. And of course, that was last year, and this is this year. For the Lady Raging Bulls, when I look at the roster, all of the team are freshmen, which is very unusual, especially it doesn't matter what division that you're in. But it's always very unusual to see when I'm looking over for my notes for the game, and you notice that the whole roster is nothing filled but freshmen. And not only that, outside of probably 2 players, everybody else is from Charleston. So everybody's from Charleston, or at least around in that area, Moncks Corner and Somerville. The other 2 players that is on this squad, as far as their hometowns, but everybody else is from Charleston. As we get ready to start the second quarter, just to let you know about this year's preseason outlook for the Lady Tigers. Of course, last year they finished the season 20-14 overall, and 7-1 versus AII teams. They finished the regular season 7th, and they was runner-up to the NAIA National Tournament qualifier. They're returning 11 players on the squad, so that's a nice bit of players coming back from the squad. And one of the key returning players is Ashley Johnson. And, of course, along with newcomer Brittany McDonald, who has made an impact here tonight as we have a traveling violation called against Middleton. The Lady Tigers once again look pretty strong perimeter-wise, and they are guard-heavy, just like last year. And they've caused a lot of problems to those teams who are lacking as far as in guard talent. Lady Tigers once again looks impressive, and that was a nice 3 there. As coming back the other way quickly as the shot altered, no good. Win there with the 3-pointer, and here's a nice pass inside, and that is KC Johnson, and KC extends the Lady Tigers lead now to 23-4. with under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Thought about a 3, now take the closer 2, is no good there by Ashley Bryan. Another opportunity for SC Faith A&M. 3-pointer on the way, and that hits the back iron, no good. Rebounded there by Trevine Ellis, number 21. Back quickly, it comes the other way, and a foul is called. Of course, it's going to sound a bit different here this year due to the fact that early on there will be no students here in the stands. of course, following COVID-19 protocols. At the line shooting. First shot is good there for Wynn. So Wynn, a 5'4" guard, the junior out of Augusta, Georgia, now with 4 points so far this evening. And it's a 20-point Lady Tiger lead at 24-4 with 8.5 minutes to go. Second shot is good. And it's now 25-4. And a turnover there. Miscommunication between Middleton and Bryan. And so far, the Lady Tigers have forced almost 10 turnovers here in this first half. Lady Tigers breaks out, and we'll have a foul called against Casey Johnson. And that is her first. And team foul number 1. Some backcourt press applied there by the Lady Tigers. They get across the line, but still having some trouble with that perimeter press. Stopping at the free throw line. Nice pass inside, and wide open is China Judge. And China with her second field goal. 4 points on the afternoon, early evening. And it's now 25-6. Lady Tigers on top, and a steal. Back coming the other way. Shot is no good, but the rebound is no good, and put back for Judge. And finally, we'll have a foul call. As the basket, they'll call the basket good. So the basket is good by Judge, and Judge now the leading scorer so far for the Lady Raging Bulls with 6 points and looking to complete the three-point play. Unable to hit. So come the Lady Tigers as that ball was tipped and intercepted there by Judge. Back up the court it goes. Feed to Middleton. Middleton, count it, and 1. So the foul is called against Casey Johnson. So we don't have our PA announcer, Willie Jefferson, who normally is our PA announcer, but we don't have any PA announcer here. So I have to judge my good eyesight, which, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have good eyesight. So I do miss Mr. Jefferson. Please come back. As the ball goes out of bounds, we'll have a substitution for SC Faith A&M. Coming into the ball game is Amari Brown, number 3. As the officials had a conference about something. Looked like everything is all right. They go inside. Here's Judge. Her turnaround shot is good. So Judge now with 8 points. So she has 8 of the Lady Raging Bulls' 12 points. It's 25-12. Under 7 minutes to go, and a steal. Back come Mackenzie Bryant for SC Faith A&M, and we'll have a whistle. Ball goes out of bounds. And a foul is called on Diamond Culver. So that is her first and the team's 3rd foul of the half. And at the line shooting will be Mackenzie Bryant, 5'10", out of Charleston, South Carolina. Played her high school ball at First Baptist. As I mentioned, the Lady Raging Bulls, the whole squad is all filled with freshmen. As the ball goes out of bounds, last touch there by the Lady Tigers. So SC Faith A&M with a extra possession here, down 25-12 with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. That shot is no good there by Middleton. Here come the Lady Tigers looking to press. Here is Culver, and the ball just taken right away out of Culver's hands. Up the court it goes. Here's Middleton. Middleton draws the foul on McDonald. And as I mentioned before, McDonald, number 1 for the Lady Tigers, looks to make the biggest splash because of her. She averaged, back in her high school days, 24 points and, get this, 10 steals per game. Yes, if I'm reading this right, 24.5 points, but 10 steals and 4 assists per contest and 5 rebounds. Still, our score is 25-12. Almost changed there, and it is for Wynn. And Wynn with her second field goal. She has 7 points, and it's a 27-12 Lady Tiger lead. Middleton has a near steal, and it is stolen. 2 on none. This should be an easy deuce for Culver, and it is. So Diamond Culver, the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers so far in this ball game. 11 points for Culver, and it's a 29-12 lead, and a block down low for Ashley Johnson as the ball goes out of bounds. Still, it will be Lady Tigers basketball, as we have another substitution coming in as Sanaa Holing, number 10, comes in for SC Faith A&M. Under 5.5 to go before halftime, 29-12. Lady Tigers on top in this scrimmage game against the Lady Raging Bulls, as that ball is knocked away and a steal. Culver gets back on defense, but to no avail, as Jones with the deuce. So Jemiah Jones, her first deuce of the evening, and it is 29-14. So right away, when you look at this game and compare it to last year, first off, SC Faith A&M only scored 25 points last year to the Lady Tigers 108. So considering the fact that it's 29-14 right now, the Lady Raging Bulls are actually doing better than what they did last year. Now we'll see if the Lady Tigers will turn up the defense as they have. And Coach Glover, he's one of those coaches that love to make the other team sweat it out as far as just bringing the ball up the court. He likes to press, and as you've seen so far in this game, he has done some backcourt press, and it has worked. Here's Wynn across the lane, gives it up. Culver, the hot hand here in this first half for the Lady Tigers. Culver, as she is blocked. Good defense there by Mackenzie Bryant. Lady Tigers will maintain possession. Only 11 seconds left on the shot clock. And a tie-up down low, and it's a jump ball situation. And Lady Tigers will still maintain possession. Only 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And another whistle. So, looks like a little situation with the shot clock. Now they changed it to 9 seconds instead of 19. 4 minutes, 43 seconds remaining before halftime. She tried to duck under, and she's called for steps. It comes up limping a little bit as she hobbles back down. Diamond Culver. Hopefully she's all right. And Culver will head to the bench. And Stroy will come in. DeAndrea Stroy, number 3, is into the ball game, and we'll have a traveling violation called against Mackenzie Bryant. So a lot of whistles here in the last about 10, 15 seconds or so. And the score is still 29-14 with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's McDonald. Looked like they're showing a little bit of press, and now they kind of backed away. McDonald looks to play a big role when it comes to the success of the Lady Tigers. And there's a steal. Good steal. Shot up and good there by Jemiah Jones. She has 4 points here this evening, and it's a 29-16 game as they go up the court. Almost mishandled there by Ashley. Gets it in to a win, and no basket as the foul occurred before the shot. So, no and one. So it looks like that foul will be called against Bryan. That is her first, team second. Here's McDonald. And coming up on 3.5 minutes to go. Oh, McDonald, she's able to get her dribble back. And a near steal, diving on the floor. Good play there by Harling. So Sanaa Harling giving McDonald some fits a little bit there. Some good defense being played there by Harling. They go inside. And a foul called against Ashley Johnson. So Ashley picks up the foul. That is team foul number 5, and that is Ashley's first personal. So 2-shot foul coming up for Ashley Bryan. That one barely scraped the iron of the rim. 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go, and it looks like Diamond Culver is getting ready to check back in. Look like she is all right. And the second one barely grazes the rim as well. So 2 missed free throws, but a steal in the backcourt by the Lady Raging Bulls. Pass over, shot, no good. Ball knocked around and goes out of bounds. And it will stay Lady Raging Bulls basketball as Diamond will head back in. Stroy will head out. And we're just under the 3-minute mark of the first half here from the Tigers Den on the campus of Voorhees College. As that nice steal as jumping into the pass lane was Ashley Johnson. McDonald kicks it out, and a 3 is good there by Ariana Card. Excuse me, that was Wynn with the 3-pointer, and that is Wynn's second 3-pointer of the game. You know, it's funny, I'm looking at the Lady Tigers jerseys, and on the front, it is white numerals, but on the back, is blue numerals. So that's something interesting to start off this 2021 season. Win, passes off. Here's Culver. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Looked like it was last touch by the Raging Bulls. So coming up on 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Ashley being double teamed, but she's able to hit anyway. And that is Ashley's third field goal. 6 points on the evening. It's a 34-16 game, as we'll have a stop in the action. So a quick stop, quick timeout, 30-second timeout. 1 minute, 51 seconds to go in the second period. Of course, in women's college basketball, they play 4 quarters. Meanwhile, the men only play 2 halves. And speaking of the men, I can see them across the way as they are cheering on their Lady Tiger counterparts as they get ready for their game against the Raging Bulls. That's coming up after this game. Just a reminder that you can like and subscribe our YouTube page at VC Tiger Sports. Like and subscribe, and you can also check out all the videos for previous games. And of course, all of our home games from last year are still available to watch for your enjoyment. Both teams come back out on the court. 1:51 remaining in the first half in a scrimmage game, so this does not count against a regular season record. It's just a scrimmage for both squads. But of course, the real season begins right around the corner. As a shot put up, no good there by Jones as the ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like it will be Lady Tigers possession. 1 minute, 39 seconds to go in the first half. 34 for the Lady Tigers, 16 for the Lady Raging Bulls of SC Faith A&M. Here's Culver. Culver, the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers. Baseline shot is no good. Ball knocked around. Another shot put up. No good. There for Card. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Raging Bulls possession. So look like we have a little bit of confusion here as far as substitutions go. 1:08 to remaining in the first half. All right, so it looked like we have a scoreboard issue as far as the time goes. Look like they're gonna, change it to 1:12. So it was at 1:09. So they put back about 3 seconds. So it's 1:12 remaining. And a steal on the inbounds pass by Jones. But immediately the ball goes off her leg, and it will be Lady Tigers basketball. So SC Faith A&M in this first half, over 10 turnovers in this first half, whether it was caused by Lady Tigers defense or just mishandles of the ball. Coming up on a minute remaining in the first half, 34-16 is our score. Lady Tigers on top. As this is the premiere of our second season of doing basketball, Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball for the VC Tiger Sports on YouTube. Here's a shot put up. And Casey Johnson had to put it up. It was only about 2 seconds left on the shot clock. So here are the Lady Raging Bulls. A little backcourt press applied by the Lady Tigers. And coming up in the front court, hauling. And she's lucky that it didn't go off of her, because it looked like she was out of control a little bit as she was driving to the basket. SC Faith A&M with the shot by Middleton is no good. And this time it looks like Sanaa stepped out of bounds, trying to save the basketball. Shot clock is turned off. 21.6 seconds remaining in the first half. It's a 34-16 Lady Tiger lead. So Coach Glover tells his team to play for the final shot of the first half. It's coming up on 10 seconds. 9, 8. Here comes Card driving down the lane, and the ball poked out of her hands. Back up the court it goes. Harlan, can she get it off? No. So we'll have halftime. So our halftime score is 34 for the Lady Tigers, 16 for the Lady Raging Bulls of SC Faith A&M. So both teams will stay out on the court, I believe, and now look like the Lady Tigers will go ahead and into the locker room. So 34-16 is our score, our halftime score. So stay with us as we'll have much more coming up here from the Tigers Den, as this is the first game of our doubleheader. So stay with us right here on the VC Tiger Sports YouTube page. We'll be right back and set the scene for the second half of this women's game between the Lady Tigers of Voorhees and the Lady Raging Bulls of SC Faith A&M. You're watching VC Tiger Sports on YouTube. Let me run over to the station.
10 minutes. That way you get do 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can talk about, us being shorthanded and
Yeah,
just the difference of the difference a year makes.
Right. The stuff that I was going to talk about on the pregame.
Yeah.
Text me when it's about 5
About 5? Okay. quick.
34-16 is our halftime score as the Lady Tigers of Voorhees leading the Lady Raging Bulls of South Carolina Faith A&M. Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Clarence Jones, and of course, I do not have a partner here, and some of these cameras are unmanned as well. The reason why, of course, the pandemic. You know, how much 1 year has changed everything. And especially here on our broadcasters, given the fact that we don't have our students here, nor the fact that we don't have our normal people here to help us put on the broadcast. But we will strive, we will continue to push on and keep pushing on. So right now, I hope that you're enjoying our broadcast here with us being undermanned and all. So right now, let's get ready for our second half of the game between the Lady Raging Bulls and the Lady Tigers right here on the VC Tiger Sports Network.
Yeah, Cam, go wide on this shot again. I think go wide on that.
Our main cameras and also Cameron McLean as well. So for the second part of our doubleheader, we have Gabriel Huff, the debut of Gabriel Huff and the Tigers. So let's go to the action and we will watch the first half. As we tip things off, SC Faith A&M will have first crack at it. A lot has changed on the Tigers basketball squad. Of course, the biggest change is the debut of the newest men's head coach, Gabriel Huff, and he brings a nice talented squad with him and some talented players coming back as the ball goes out of bounds, and the Raging Bulls will have possession. As we play two halves here in the men's game. Here comes the Tigers as the ball passed over. There. We have number 21, T1 Bowie, as he is back, as, of course, several other members of last year's 20-win squad. The ball kicked out of bounds. Staten Levine, Willie Ferguson, Taiwan Bowie, and Bryce Williams back for another season of Tiger basketball. In fact, talking with Coach Huff of the Tigers, he says that Bryce Williams showed the biggest improvement from all the practices, as with only a second remaining on the shot clock and a three-pointer is good, and there's a steal and a three-pointer up, no good, as the rebound goes to Jordan Blue. Jordan Blue wearing the famous number 1 that Alex Brooks sported the last few years, the all-time leader in three-point shots made for the Tigers, is now on to other ventures, including, from what I understand, is trying to play overseas as well. As here comes the Tigers, as we'll have a early timeout here. 5-0, Tigers leading over the Bulls of SC Faith A&M. Second game of our doubleheader. Last year, it was all Tigers in that game against the Bulls. And this time around, with the lack of the number of practices that normally you would have before the regular season. But as I said, COVID-19 has put a wrench in everybody's lifestyle, including how the basketball team was being prepared for the upcoming season. Coach Huff, on our radio interview we had just yesterday, he mentioned the fact that he only had about a handful of practices before going into this matchup here tonight. And right now, the Tigers look eager as there's a turnover. Taiwan Bowie with a chance to extend the 5-point lead. It's still 5-0. Tigers on top as we're under the 18-minute mark of the first half. Bowie gives it off. Here's Levine for three. And Staten Levine hits a three-pointer. And it is now 8-0 and a whistle. As we'll have a foul call. Look like I'll be on Taiwan Bowie. So here comes the Bulls once again. The Bulls in their dark color uniforms here, their road uniforms, and that one was partially blocked. And that's a nice block there by Jordan Blue. Jordan Blue, as indicated by Huff, Huff believes that he could play anywhere from the 1 to the 3, as we'll have a traveling violation called against Levine. So traveling is called. And now here comes the Bulls. A little full court press here. Now they back up. Here come SC. As the ball is knocked away out of Terry's hand and into the hands of a fast, quick action of Bowie, as unable to get the shot off. Coming up on 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Terry as he gives it off over to Desmond Glover. Goes back out. Here's Kenneth Jones, number 24. Kicks it back out. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to put it up. Anton Parker puts it in. So Parker with that 2-pointer, and it's now a 2-8 game. Here come Voorhees. Out of the court for three, and it's good. There for Taiwan Bowie. So it's now an 11-2 game. Tigers on top of the Bulls. Coming up on 15.5 to go. Here's a three-pointer from the elbows. No good there by Kenneth Jones. So here comes VC. Levine trying to get it off. And back the other way. And that looked like I was partially blocked there by Hector Rosario, number 32. And a three-pointer back the other way is Levine. Yeah, Levine. Another three-pointer and a timeout taken by the Bulls. And it is now quickly a 14-2 game. Tigers on top, and the Bulls call for timeout. And they call the timeout at the right time because VC look like they're heating up behind the three-point line. They have already hit 4 three-pointers here in the early going, and we're not even 5 minutes into the first half. It is 14-2. Tigers on top of the Bulls. Last year, Tigers with a dominant victory over the Bulls, and they look to repeat that with several new players on the squad, like Mikael Murray. He's a good shooter. Also, Zachary White Amarion Bird, and we also have Malik Wood as well, and Jordan Blue, and Hector Rosario. So we have a nice mixture of old and new faces. But it's been the old faces so far that's done a good job here for the Tigers. Just inside the three-point line, and shot is no good. There as the put back, no good as well. Back come the Tigers. Thought about a three. Now gets it off. Levine from the free throw line is good. So Levine finding his strokes early on in this scrimmage game. And it is 16 for the Tigers, 2 for the Bulls. Wide open for three, no good, as that one didn't hit anything for Michael Gardner. As the ball goes out of bounds, and Tigers will have possession. Kelvin Allen, number 4, checks into the ball game for the first time for Desmond Glover. Coming up on 14 minutes to play here in this first half. Here's Levine as he gives it off over to Williamson Bay. The shot is no good there by Mikael Murray, one of the new faces to the Tiger basketball program squad, as we'll have a foul as Bowie tried to drive it in. And it looked like the foul is called against Kenneth Jones, I believe. So on the line to shoot, as the first shot is good for Bowie. So Bowie and Levine has been very active here in this scrimmage so far. Also, Jordan Blue, a newcomer, number 1. He looks to be a very poised person. Bounce pass, no good. And that looked like that shot was altered a little bit there by Levine. Here's Blue from just inside the free throw line. And Jordan Blue with his first 2 points of his Tigers career. And it is 20-2, Tigers on top, and looking good too. Oh, that was near a walk there. I'm surprised the refs did not call a walk on Kenneth Jones. So we'll have some substitutions coming in for the Tigers, including number 20, Joel Davis. We also have number 32 checking in, Hector Rosario. And let's see, I think we have Willie Ferguson also checking back into the ball game, number 12. Oh, a nice pass to the basket, counted and one. Hector. So Hector Rosario with the deuce. And we'll try to complete the three-point play. 22 for the Tigers, 2 for the Bulls. As Rosario able to complete the three-point play. And it's a 21-point lead for the Tigers as some pressure in the backcourt. Bulls able to break. Pass inside. And we'll have a foul. Very close. Now that is number 30 that's on there for the Bulls, but I do not have a 30 on the roster. Well, this is the first game for everybody. first game for us. First game for both the Tigers and the Bulls. And yes, we have a lot of things to iron out, to say the least. I want to say that it's Seth Rivers on the roster, it has number 32, but clearly there's no 32 out there on the court, as we have a traveling violation called against the Tigers, and that'll go against Ezekiel Williamson Bay. He's a new Tiger, freshman out of Orlando, Florida. And picking up his dribble in the backcourt is DeAndre Johnson, and we'll have a 10-second violation. That's very surprising that DeAndre Johnson, number 25 for the Bulls, picked up his dribble right before he crossed the midcourt. So the Tigers forcing another turnover, and they looking to extend their 23-2 lead here. Here's a wide open three, is no good there by Ezekiel, but the Tigers will have another opportunity. Here's Rosario getting the screen from Murray. Great save, but now that was even a better defense there by the Bulls. Bulls on the run. Here comes Gardner. No good. Ferguson comes away with the rebound. Coming up on 11 and a half minutes to go, and kind of a fast-paced move in the first half, considering the score is 23-2. Tigers on top. Tigers on a 21-0 run. Here's the shot. Up, no good for Rosario. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see. His last touch by the Tigers. So the Bulls will have possession. And right now, they desperately looking for a made field goal of any type. Down 23-2, coming up on 11 minutes to go the first half. Here's Allen. Can't hit. Air ball. The follow is good by number 30, but I'm going to say that's Seth Rivers. If it's a different name, then hey. As a free lane through the baseline goes Davis. And Davis gets on the board. 25 for the Tigers, 4 for the Bulls. And there goes a steal. And back the other way, Ezekiel Williamson Bay. So Zeke, I guess I'll call him Zeke, with the deuce. And another false turnover. Alley-oop? No. Rosario trying to complete the alley-oop. Three-pointer on the way, and that is way off. Back come Rosario. He gives it up. Murray. Yes. Excuse me. Pardon me, that was Davis with the deuce. So Davis, second field goal, and it's now a 29-4 Tiger lead. Into the lane, and no whistle. Back come the Tigers with numbers. And Ezekiel Williamson Bay gives the Tigers their biggest lead of the game, 31-4. And the Bulls will want to talk it over once again. 30-second timeout. 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this first half. The Tigers looking pretty impressive here for the debut of the new head coach for the Tigers basketball squad, Coach Cabral Huff. 31-4 is our score as we are here in the first half. I want to thank once again everybody for tuning in, and hopefully you continue to tune in with us here throughout this abbreviated basketball season, as we'll have several doubleheaders coming up for both the Lady Tigers and Tigers in this abbreviated season. And we're going to get things started. Well, we were supposed to start, as far as the regular season, on Thursday against Middle Georgia State, but due to their COVID issues, the game has been canceled for Thursday. There's a steal by Rosario. Rosario, blows the layup. I don't think he didn't know if he wanted to dunk it or just lay it up softly. Here's the shot. Oh, nice play there by Kelvin Allen. And Allen with the deuce, and it's 31-6 as the Bulls trying to battle back here. Clock stops with 8 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first half. As that one was a Neal steal, but instead Levine was fouled. So the foul called against DeAndre Johnson, and that is his first. Still 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and we'll have an offensive foul. So the offensive foul, like they'll call it on Davis, and that is his first personal. Not too many fouls called so far in this ball game. Three team fouls called against the Bulls, and 3 team fouls called against the Tigers. Floater in the lane, no good, as we'll have an offensive foul. As Levine fell to the floor. So offensive foul called against Johnson for the Bulls. Here's Blue. Once again, Huff had nothing but praises for this young man, Jordan Blue, who said he can run the point, be a shooting guard, and also play small forward if he has to. Blue, if he would have turned his head around, he would have had it. Instead, in between 2 Bulls and in between 2 Tigers, and DeAndre Johnson scores. Oh, pretty move along the baseline there for Jordan Blue. Bounce pass, hard to handle as it's off of the leg of Levine. 7 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 33 for the Tigers, 8 for the Bulls. So the Bulls will have possession as they throw it in. Here's Rosario. Oh, Rosario. All ball there, no foul called. Here's Bowie. High off the glass, no good. But a foul is called. So the Tigers will have possession underneath their basket. Here's Levine. Taiwan Bowie, who came on strong late last season to help the Tigers out in their quest for 20 wins. As we have a foul on the floor, and that will go against Anton Parker. Parker with his first. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Levine has to put it up, and it hits nothing but air. So with 6:45 and counting, 33 for Voorhees, 8 for SC Faith A&M. Here's a shot out of the corner. Foot on the line, so it wasn't a 3, but the rebound and putback is up no good. Bulls still with possession. That is Seth Rivers, number 32. So the mystery man, number 30, we'll have to find out who is number 30 during halftime. But Seth Rivers, number 32, is in now as Rosario. Man, Rosario has a lot of bounce to his step when he takes it to the hoop. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Russell Westbrook, like to go inside a lot and try to draw the foul. So Hector Rosario, the sophomore out of Duluth, Georgia, will be at the line shooting 2. Hector Rosario is a 6'3" guard. As Coach Huff indicated to me during our sit-down radio interview that the big strength for the Tigers will be at the guard position, and he likes his perimeter players, and he likes the shooters that he has on the squad. That one was almost a near out-of-bounds play. Instead, we'll have a whistle as Traquan Crosby, number 1, falls to the floor for the Bulls. So the possession will still remain with the Bulls. Here's this is Parker. Bank off glass for 3. And Parker now with 5 points. And no shot as the foul is called. As Tyron Bowie draws the foul. Five minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first half. As the Tigers lead, and at the line shooting, hitting the first is Tyron Bowie. Bowie will become a real important piece to this year's success for the Tigers basketball squad. As I mentioned, Bowie really came on near the end of the season, and now with the mixture of old and new faces, Bowie will be one of those veterans that could really help this Tiger squad go places in Coach Huff's first year as the men's head basketball coach. Just inside the three-point line, shot is no good for Parker. Back come the Tigers, coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Blue. Nice cut. And a shot no good there for Davis as we have a whistle. So, look like it'll be a 1-on-1 time. As on to the line shooting will be Joel Davis. So Joel, the junior out of Chicago, Illinois, be at the line. Nope, misses the front end of a 1-and-1 as we're under the 5-minute mark left in the first half. Here is Terry. Oh, Terry not called for the push-off. Instead, back comes Bowie. And here is Jordan Blue, no good. The follow there by Davis is no good, and back come the Bulls. Short shot. Short range shot is good there for Allen. So Allen, another field goal. And it's now 36 for the Tigers, 13 for the Bulls as we're coming up on 4 minutes to play in the first half. Left alone for 3. No good there for Bowie. Back comes the Bulls. That was a near travel. And pass it off, and good for Kenneth Jones. So Jones with the field goal. As we are coming up on 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Just inside the three-point line, shot is pure there for Zeke Williamson-Bay. The freshman out of Orlando showing some good range here in the first half as we have a whistle. So 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this first half. Just inside the free throw line is no good for Desmond Glover. Bulls with another opportunity. Here's Kenneth Jones. Oh, man, way off. Back come the Tigers. 3-on-2. Levine unable to handle that pass from Williamson-Bay. But Levine able to get the steal. Bowie puts it in. So Bowie, 7 points on the evening so far. Oh, and one. Nice play there by Kenneth Jones. As Kenneth Jones, dribbling in between a couple of Tigers, able to draw the and one. Those substitutions coming in for both squads right now. As the mystery man, number 30, checks back into the ball game for the Bulls. I guess I'll give him the name 30 because I thought it was Seth Rivers, but we actually saw Seth Rivers out there on the floor. On the line shooting, Kenneth Jones completes the three-point play. It's 40-18. Tigers still in command of this game as we're coming up on 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Rosario. He gives it up. Here's Blue. Williamson-Bay gives it back up to Rosario. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Blue tries the three. It's no good. Terry comes away with the rebound. Terry looking to push it up. Nice play. Terry unable to hit. Back the other way. Here's Blue. Rosario. No. So back and forth we go, but no shots made so far. We're under the 2-minute mark left in this first half. Here's Kenneth Jones. No. That would have been another spectacular and one if the ball went in. So the clock stops with 1:54 remaining. And Jones will be back on the line, trying to cut in on this 40-18 Tiger lead. So Kenneth Jones so far, 6 points on the evening, looking for point number 7. So he went 1 out of 2 on the line, but the scoreboard has it as he hit 2 out of 2. Well, as we have a three-pointer, as it's put in, 43-20. As my director, Curtis Sumner, tells me that Kenneth Jones did hit the first. A near and one there by Taiwan Bowie. Like I said, this is the first broadcast of a game, so we have our little errors here and there, but no doubt, we're glad we're back on the air, to be honest with you, because it was a real kind of almost a 12-hour decision knowing if we was going to have basketball a season or not, because there's several teams actually in the NAIA not playing basketball this year. So we're very fortunate to be one of the programs that are attempting to play an abbreviated season. 44-20 is our score. Tigers on top. Bounce pass off the leg of mystery man number 30. Rosario pushes it up the court. Wide open. Bowie. Ooey. Three-pointer. And it's 47-20. 27-point lead for the Tigers here. Under a minute remaining, actually 40 seconds, and a near steal there by Bowie. So the Bulls down 47-20. Try to cut in on this lead before halftime. Straightaway three-pointer on the way is no good there by Gardner. Back come the Tigers. As the Tigers will slow it up. Shot clock is turned off. Tigers can play for the final shot. With a 47-20 lead in this game. Tigers looking pretty good here in this first half. Some nice ball movement so far in the first half. 1 second, the shot, no good. And that is the end of the first half with the score. Voorhees 47, SC Faith A&M 20. And that puts the wraps on that first half. Pretty good first half for this 2021 edition of the Tigers basketball squad. Hitting some three-pointers. Levine being very active. Also being active in the first half, Taiwan Bowie. And then, of course, the new faces, Jordan Blue, playing some nice ball. And we also saw Mikael Murray as well. So a nice mixture of veterans and newbies here on this Tigers basketball squad. The debut of new men's head basketball coach, Cabral Huff. Once again, our halftime score, 47 for the Tigers, 20 for the Bulls. Stay right there. We'll have the second half coming up for you right here on our VC Tiger Sports YouTube page. Stay with us. They give me white piece of lead. No, white. I don't eat white piece of bread. But let me get your sandwich though. Yeah. Get your sandwich.
Go to garbage disposal.
Yeah, kind of a garbage disposal, but not a white bread though.
You don't like white bread?
I'm gonna take my meat out.
Pause.
See, somebody caught it.
Pause.
Somebody caught it.
Pause.
Pause, yeah.
You don't get offended when I say the garbage disposal, do you?
Huh? Nah, cause that's what I am.
Oh,
No.
not like for real. I don't want to.
No, I'm good.
Well,
I'm
this is
good.
the second
I don't
time
know
I've said it, and it kind of I heard a little twang.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I guess that's what I am.
that's what I am.
Blame it on Curtis and Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Blame it on them too. They the ones that told me the story.
Well, you know, hey, whatever they say is pretty much true, unless I tell you differently.
I'm just not gonna say it no more.
What?
Cause I don't. What? You don't like that?
No, I just haven't seen an uncrustable one of my
Shoot, I used to get them all. I buy them for the house.
With
I like mine a little cold.
Yeah, I keep jelly in the refrigerator. Man, yo, this damn, there's 108 people watching right now. 8 people? 108.
watching?
Yes. Dude, apparently there's a fucking party in there before the game started.
Oh shit! Watch party?
When I started, there were 50 people.
Hmm.
And I don't know what the fuck happened to the game. It's like YouTube just stopped making the damn feed.
Oh yeah?
I just stopped recording. I closed the app. Only thing I didn't do was sling the box itself down because I was trying to at least keep recording some. So I can take some of the recording, and put it
not. Are they commenting too?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
47-20 is our score as we get ready to start the second half between the Tigers of Voorhees and the Bulls of SC Faith A&M. I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you so very much for tuning in. And of course, as you see, things are a bit different here this year. What a year everything makes that we have now no fans in the stands, no students, especially early on in the season. So things gonna look a little bit more, sound quieter than normal. So hopefully that you're enjoying wherever you're at right now, watching us here on our YouTube page at VC Tiger Sports. So far in this first half, you got to give it up to Huff and his squad. They came out. They looked pretty sharp here, considering that they had only a limited number of practices to get ready for tonight's game. But they look sharp, both the veteran players and also some of the new players, especially Jordan Blue. He looks pretty good so far. Levine, he's looking active, as well as Taiwan Bowie. He's looking pretty good as well, hitting a couple of three-pointers. And also the defense for the Tigers has stepped up as well here. Although this is a scrimmage, but this is pretty good so far, a pretty good showing for Huff and his players. Right now, I have the head coach. Come on in, sir. You know, never shy. I know you never shy. We have the women's head coach here, Edward Glover, here to talk about the game prior to this game. And with the Lady Tigers, I know with the limited amount of practices you had due to the COVID protocols, but how would you assess your team in this scrimmage?
Well, Clarence, we're a work in progress. And it's probably going to be like that all season long. You know, last time we got together, we came off the plane from the national tournament back in March. And, you know, we were going home. We thought spring break. Then they got the 2 weeks. Then they got to the end of the semester. Then the summer, and it went on and on. And you know, it was a time I thought, are we going to get to do anything? But then school started to play. And I said, okay, now. But then I saw some HBCUs who are not playing. And I said, oh, this doesn't look good. But all of a sudden, here it came. And then, you know, scrambling. You know, we were in contact throughout the time, scrambling and trying to get the kids ready. And it finally was that time to come. And, you know, when they got here, some of them still didn't believe that we were back. And, you know, but we got to take what we're doing now, and we're going to take us on through next season. We got a veteran squad, because a lot of players, we only got one new player right now, so she's a transfer. But we also have young players. So hopefully we can carry this on through the next semester and keep building this. Because, you know, we're just going to take what we can get this year. Yeah. And we're going to take it with stride.
Well, thank you so very much, and we get ready for the second half of our game. All right, as we start the second half, things getting off to a good start. Well, falling over start as a couple of players fall to the floor. We'll have a foul call here in the opening seconds of the second half. Thank you once again for those of you who are tuning in on our VC YouTube page. We're also active, so, you know, some of the better comments, interesting comments and questions, we'll read them over the air and try to interact with our viewers. As Blue falls to the floor, Bowie gives it right back to Blue. So Jordan Blue, wearing the famous #1 jersey that Alex Brooks sported for the last couple of years, becoming the all-time three-point leader in Tiger basketball history. Here comes Parker. And Parker puts it in. And it's quickly 4 points here in the second half for the Bulls, cutting the lead, the halftime lead from 47-20. Now it's 47-24. As Blue, he ran into a Bulls player. It looked like Seth Rivers he ran into, the big 6'6" power forward / center. Seth Rivers was called for the foul there. That's his first. Team's first of the second half. Jordan gives it off. Rosario along the baseline. Gives it up. Levine. No good. Rivers comes away with the rebound as Levine almost come up with the steal there. Back come the Bulls. Already scoring 4 points and drawing the foul against Willie Ferguson. So that is Willie's first. And quickly the team's second foul of the second half. So on to the line to shoot will be Kenneth Jones. Kenneth had a pretty solid first half. 8 points. As he misses the first. Just starting here in this second half. 18:09 remaining. Second shot is good for Kenneth. And Kenneth now with 9 points, and it's a 47-25 Tiger lead. Here's Rosario. Gives it off inside of Ferguson as it was taken right away by Kenneth Jones. Here comes Jones, full steam ahead, and one. So Kenneth Jones has come alive here in the early goings of the second half, and it's a 20-point Tiger lead, 47-27. Oh, they will not call it the and one. So the foul was actually on the floor. So no foul. So no and one. Here is Jordan Blue with the easy two. 49-25. So 49-25 is our score. Shot put up. And that one is a good and one there for Seth Rivers. And a timeout taken by Coach Huff. He wants to talk it over with the Tiger squad. And it's a quick 30-second timeout. Also, we got to acknowledge some of our viewers that are watching us right now. Thank you so very much for commenting and continue to comment. 17-24 remaining in the ball game. Tigers on top 49-27, but a good timeout taken by Huff as he wanted to get his team back on the right page. At halftime, they were leading 47-20, but since then, the Bulls have been on a 7-2 run to start off this second half. Seth completes the three-point play, and it's a 49-28 Tiger lead. Let's see how they respond now on this Bulls 8-2 run to start the second half. Count the basket and one. Rosario as he puts it in. And Rosario will now try to complete the three-point play. As he does. So the lead stretches back out to 52-28 as we have a little shot clock issue. Seems everything is all right now. Here's a little trap. And gets it out across the free throw. And we have a traveling violation called against Marquez Terry. So now the Tigers with an opportunity to try to stretch their lead out even more. Here's Rosario. Gives it up to Bowie. Bowie out of the corner for three. No good for Jordan. Coming up on 16 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Tigers on top 52-28, but the Bulls playing tough here in this second half. Almost with the steal is Bowie. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers. Some of the Tigers players do not agree with that call. So back comes the Tigers, up 52-28. Blue cross-court pass, Bowie, and that goes over the backboard. Bulls will have it with 16 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second half. Here's Terry, looking for somebody to go to. Finally gets it up court to Parker. Parker was double teamed. Had to give it off. Across the lane, Seth, nice pass. Blowing the layup is Glover. Back come the Tigers. Here is Levine. Levine, nice move along the baseline. Levine and a steal. Jordan and Levine. Wide open. Bowie. No. As we'll have a foul called. So the foul is called on Bowie. So that's Bowie's first and the team's fourth foul. Bulls still have not committed a foul yet. And we're almost 5 minutes into the second half. Here's Kenneth Jones, who's been one of the spark plugs for the Bulls tonight. Way off. Here's Bowie. Bowie draws the foul. So Kenneth Jones with the personal called on him. 54-28 is our score. Tigers on top of the SC Faith A&M Raging Bulls out of North Charleston, South Carolina. The Bulls, a little bit about SC Faith A&M. They are a 2-year sports and music junior college. And they help academically qualify those athletes and music students to get their associate degrees, then helping them attend a 4-year college. So SC Faith A&M, they have a football squad. They even have a marching band as well. So impressive for a 2-year junior college school. Ball goes out of bounds. And the last touch there by the Bulls. It went off the hands of Marquez Terry. 56-28 is our score. Levine will just take the shot. No good. Ferguson comes away with the rebound. Ferguson across the lane. And nice move there by Willie Ferguson. So Ferguson with the field goal. And there goes a steal. Here's Rosario. Showtime. And the Tigers quickly now stretching their lead to 60-28. Three-pointer back the other way, and that's short. Rosario comes away with it. Here's a three-pointer. No good. Kenneth Jones with the rebound. Jones being guarded, and a strip there by Ezekiel Williamson-Bay. Another new face to the Tiger basketball squad as we have an offensive foul. So offensive foul called on Bowie. And And that's a second personal. Team's fifth. And Rosario will step out. Davis, number 20, will check back in for the Tigers. Also in there for the Raging Bulls is number 25, DeAndre Johnson. Here's Glover. Oh, nice play across the lane. And Desmond Glover with the deuce. And it's a 30-point Tiger lead, 60-30. As we're coming up on the 13-minute mark of the second half, Ferguson way short. Here's Glover. Bulls trying to cut in on this 30-point lead. Johnson, unable to hit, goes out of bounds. Tigers will have possession. Stay tuned as coming up on the post game, we'll have for the first time to come on our airwave the new head coach for the Tigers, Cabral Huff. Huff is a Morehouse man, 2000 graduate. Here's Bowie. Stripped there. Goes out of bounds. Still will remain Tigers basketball. There the Tigers trying to slow it down just a tad bit with a 30-point lead. Here's Ezekiel with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Can't hit. Rebound. Put back is there. Davis with another deuce. Oh, nice pass inside, and the shot is up and good. Desmond Glover with the nice feed from the hands of DeAndre Johnson. Here's Ferguson at the top of the circle. Across the baseline, and good. Joel Davis, once again, another field goal. And Joel is about to hit double figures if he hits another field goal. 64-32, Tigers on top. 11 and a half minutes to go. Glover in the lane, puts it in. So Glover, that's his third field goal of the second half, and is back to a 30-point Tiger lead at 64-34. Here's Bowie. Bowie with the shot is good. So Bowie doing a nice job here in the scoring department for the Tigers. And like I said, Taiwan will be one of those integral parts for the Tigers' success this season, as the follow is not there. Put back up is good for Michael Gardner. So Gardner gives the Bulls their 34th point, but Tigers have 66 points. As he stepped out of bounds, yes, he did. Davis steps out of bounds. Turnover. Bulls will have possession. Almost halfway through the second half. Tigers on top, 66-34. Here's DeAndre Johnson. At least with this squad, you have a fair balance of freshmen and seniors on the squad. Of course, Oh, and a block from behind there by Mikael Murray, one of the newest Tigers on this 2021 roster. Oh, nice little juke move. Here's Jordan Blue, gives it off. Good there for Mikael Murray. And Murray with his field goal. And it's now a 68-34 lead. And dribbling off of his leg is DeAndre Johnson. But good defense there by Blue. As we're approaching the 9-minute mark left in this ball game. 68-34 is our score. Here is Jordan Blue as it dribbles right off the leg and into the arms of a Bull player. And stripping from behind is Jordan Blue, but it's taken right back by Gardner. Gardner gives it up. Here's Cosby from a three-point. No good, as we'll have a whistle. As the mystery man, number 30, I'll call him Agent 30, goes out. Here's Rosario. Rosario takes it in all the way. This kid looks amazing so far. Hector Rosario. Remember that name, folks. He'll be around here for a little while. Here's Cosby, gives it off just inside the three-point line, and it is good. Gardner with the deuce. Back come the other way, the Bulls. No. As Johnson missed a point-blank range shot. As we're just under the 8-minute mark, 7:59 to be exact. 70 for the Tigers, 36 for the Bulls. So far, so good for Coach Huff and the Tigers here, and Coach Huff's debut as the men's basketball coach for Voorhees College. Like I said, the strength will definitely be in the guard position, but it looked like he has a few guards that can play the wings as well, most notably Jordan Blue. Out of the corner for three. And that's another name we're going to remember, Ezekiel Williamson Bay, as he hits the three-pointer. I got to say, and Coach Huff also mentioned this on our radio interview yesterday, as Ezekiel almost coming away with the inbound steal. He mentioned the fact that, of course, Derek Mitchell, who led this basketball squad the last 6 years and led them to some great heights, including a 24-win season, a conference championship, and as well as a couple of appearances in the Big Dance, as far as NAIA Big Dance is concerned, and a multi-20-win season. So Coach Mitchell, he did not leave Coach Huff bare with no talent. Plenty of talent coming back, and not only that, Huff bringing his own talent in. But I gotta say, I'm impressed right now so far of what I've seen, how they come together in these circumstances. As get that out of there, Seth Rivers. But Rosario with the deuce. Shot from the corner, no good. Bulls still with possession. Nice pass, no-look pass as he goes inside. And that is Rivers for the deuce. (75-39). Tigers still in command. Spin move. Levine. Oh, a near dunk there. And a turnover. Here at the corner. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Here's Rosario. Rosario, ball stripped out of his hands by Lawrence Adams, number 12. And looks like Adams is called for the foul. So that is Lawrence Adams first, team's fifth. So any late substitutions, and here comes one on the court for the Bulls. Johnson checks back into the ball game for the Bulls. As we have a 5-second violation called against the Tigers. Good defense there. So here are the Bulls down to 75-39, still playing hard. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. But the Tigers look like they have this one in hand. As we'll have a foul call on Levine. So at the line to shoot with 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go. 75-39. At the line shooting, the 1-and-1, Cosby. As he hits the first, and now he'll get a chance at the second. Back rims it. Rosario comes away with the board. Out of the corner, three. Jordan Blue. There's Adams, gives it up, cross-court pass. Inside it goes to Johnson. Johnson, nice pass inside, but a block there by Levine. Back comes Jordan Blue. Jordan kicks it out. Ezekiel for three, no good. Under 5.5 minutes to go. Ball goes out of bounds off of Cosby's leg, and it will return to the Tigers' possession. Here's Rosario. Oh my goodness, Rosario. A nice debut here for Hector Rosario, the sophomore out of Duluth, Georgia. And it's still, stolen right back. And off the hands of Agent 30. I still do not have a name for Agent 30. Again, I have the roster here, but I see no 30. It is a 40-point lead for the Tigers, 80-40, as we'll have a foul called coming up on 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. I said, Rosario looks really good out there. I'm excited to see what he has in store for us for the rest of the season. But what you really have to take your hats off to Taiwan Bowie. Bowie looks like he's going to be one of those players to really reckon with in the upcoming season. Nice play, Levine to Blue. And speaking about other players, Levine looks pretty sharp out there as well. And as well as Jordan Blue. Speaking about blue, there goes the steal and the deuce. I guess this Tiger squad is ready for the regular season, wouldn't you say? As Calvin Allen with the deuce. And a shot put in, once again, for Jordan Blue. And Jordan is in the double figures. As we had the ball go out of bounds, I saw one referee pointed Voorhees' way and another one pointing the Bulls' way. So it's Bulls basketball. Oh, nice defense. Almost a near 10-second violation. But they're able to cross the timeline just in time. As we'll have a foul call as Campbell. Sababu Campbell, number 23. From Charleston, South Carolina, just checking in as he draws the foul. 86-42 is our score. 3 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the second half. As Campbell gets into the scorer's books for the first time this evening. Willie Ferguson will come out, and coming back in is Mikael Murray. It's 86-44. Here's Rosario. Oh, Rosario just showing out, big man, showing out. Rosario now trying to really go for 20 points if he can here in this game. Here's the shot, and one. Agent 30. I'm sorry to any of the parents. If you know, matter of fact, let me look onto the comments right now. And if you know this guy, please comment his name. Right now, I have him as Agent 30, but, you know, probably his parents or one of his family relatives want to see the game, and I'm calling the poor kid Agent 30. I'm sorry, sir, but your name just wasn't on the roster. As the shot put up, no good, but Jordan Blue on with the follow. Here comes the Tigers once again. Now it's all about, can they break 100 as Rosario with the finish. (92-46), Tigers on top. The only thing remaining with about 2 minutes to play, can they break the 100-point barrier? And another shot in for Davis. And Davis with into double figures. We have several Tigers into the double figures tonight here. Levine, nice pass. Davis unable to hit. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. No good. And foul is called on Agent 30. I'm just going to continue calling him Agent 30. At the line, shooting 2. Davis, the Chicago native, misses the first. Davis 1 out of 2 from the line, but he is in double figures. Rosario is also in double figures, and also as well, Bowie is in double figures. Also in double figures as well is Levine. So a nice mixture of scorers here And once again, very impressive here as the Tigers put up 95 points to the Bulls 46. Short baseline shot is no good. Murray gets his own rebound. Levine to the hoop. So coming up to 1 minute to play, 1 minute remaining in the ball game. Tigers look like they very much have this in hand as they will turn their concentration now to the regular season, which it was supposed to kick off this Thursday, but unfortunately, as the easy deuce is in there by Murray, that game has been canceled due to the opponent's COVID-19 protocols as Rosario, a little showtime for the sparse crowd. And that cracks the 100-point mark, 101-46. Three-pointer out of the corner for Lawrence Adams. Shot clock is turned off. Voorhees do not have to take another shot. And Levine will just hold the ball. And that will do it. The final score, Voorhees 101. SC Faith A&M 49. A great first game for the brand new edition of Tigers basketball, the 2021 edition, and a new era in Tigers basketball, starting off on the right foot as Cabral Huff picks up the win number 1. Although it is a scrimmage, but still, win number 1. A win is a win. Just a reminder, Thursday we will not have our game. The game is canceled. So our next game at home will be on the 21st. It will be a doubleheader game. Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball. Plus the Lady Tigers will tip it off at 6 o'clock, followed by the men at 8 o'clock. So great job once again for the Tigers. So do not log off yet, ladies and gentlemen, because we have Coach Huff coming to the broadcast booth for his first interview as a head coach for the Voorhees Tigers. Well, by the way, I have to, before anything else, I have to thank our great crew here. Although we're only in numbers, we are very small here tonight, but we're still very dedicated people. First off, I want to thank Cameron McClain, Mr. Kentucky basketball himself. Thank you so very much for manning not one, but 2 cameras. How about that? You know, they say an alpha man can do some incredible things. Well, let's see. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Cameron. Thank you so very much. And the lovely, lovely Miss, or former, I still call her Miss Voorhees, De'Aria Walker. Thank you so very much, as she was manning the main cameras as well. All of them, both of them was manning, 3 cameras at the same time. So you, thank you so very much. And of course, Curtis Sumner, my producer, director, we pulled it off.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
We pulled it off. We pulled it off for a second here. Since I do have Curtis Sumner here on the mic, the producer as well as the director, and given the circumstances that we had to perform here tonight, I do not have my analyst, my normal analyst here. He's back at home, so we're going to be with a skeleton crew for pretty much a good portion of the season, Curtis.
Yeah, pretty much most of the season. This semester will be really kind of shorthanded in terms of our staff, our team here on the broadcast. But number one, I mean, you're doing a great job as always.
Thank you.
We want to, we have to give a bit of an apology to our folks that were watching during the women's game earlier, YouTube was giving us some major issues and knocked us off several times. So we're going to try to get the recording up later on tonight. It'll be fairly late, but we're going to try to take the pieces of the recording and get that up. But fortunately, it looks like we didn't have any issues with the men's stream tonight. And again, you know, we're shorthanded. We're moving forward, though, and doing a lot of different things. So we'll look forward to coming back here on the 21st and having a great doubleheader.
Yes, exactly. But this squad here for the Tigers basketball squad, as Coach Huff indicated to me during our radio interview yesterday, that, look, Coach Mitchell did not leave the cupboard bare.
Right.
He had a lot of talent coming back. Some of the talent that showed out tonight, Levine, Willie Ferguson, of course, Bowie.
Right,
Bowie's
right.
going to be very important moving forward as far as the success of this group and what direction it goes to. And then some of the new faces, Mikael Murray, also Jordan Blue.
Yes.
Jordan Blue is going to be somebody that we'll have to watch. As Coach Huff indicated, he can play from the 1 to the 3.
Right.
So, you know, that's, what you call that? That's swingman status.
Definitely.
That's swingman status there. And, of course, he's wearing the famous number 1 that was worn by Alex Brooks the last couple of years, the all-time three-point scorer here at Voorhees. But I'm also excited. Hector Rosario.
That
kid. Yes. That kid. He has some fire in him.
And plays above the rim.
Mm-hmm.
He's fast. He's got great handles and a good eye. I mean, he watches the court like a pro.
And now, not only that, you also have to give it up for Ezekiel Williamson Bay, who's new, and he's done a nice job here this evening. And also the Chicago kid. I'm looking forward to see more of him, Joel Davis as well.
Right.
I'm looking forward. Look, this is a nice little mixture of veteran leadership.
Freshmen,
and freshmen.
Right, definitely.
So I'm very excited, even though this is an abbreviated season, but this could be a very special season, especially for one Coach Huff in his first year. And I mean, okay, yes, some may say, okay, Clarence, Curtis, temper your
enthusiasm.
Because
slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down just a bit. You know, we did play SC Faith A&M, but let's see about some of the power teams that will come in and then we have to face on the road later on in the year.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, but I have to say, overall, I like the team's chemistry so far because given the
short amount of time
that they had to prepare for this game and just for the season itself, you know, it looked very, very impressive here for a first time.
Well, you had to think about it. The students actually just got here on the 4th.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Coach Huff had them practicing on the first day they got
No.
here, but given that they've had literally less than a week to gel, you know, what we saw tonight was really good. And, you know, we're looking at a like you said, an abbreviated season. So it's a challenge for everybody that's playing right now to say, hey, okay, well, we don't have, you know, a month or a month and a half to prepare. We literally had a week. And, you know, we saw a nice presentation here tonight from the Tigers. Coach Huff is, you know, and I kind of watched Coach Huff there on the sidelines, and, you know, he had some moments where we could hear him.
Yeah.
We could definitely hear him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quiet in here, but still, you know.
But you know what, though? I have to say this. This was a good hire for Voorhees because
Definitely.
You think about it, Coach Mitchell, the former coach, he had a lot of fire in him on the sideline. So to see Coach Huff in kind of a similar light, I like what I see so far because even when he had to call timeout early on in the second half when the Bulls was going on their little 9-2 run.
Right.
He called a timeout, good timeout, got the team together, had a couple of words for them.
Of course,
you know, now we can hear, you know, because we don't have
no
students
crowd,
here, no
right.
crowd here. We don't even have a DJ. We don't have music here. So, you know, we can hear when he's getting in them. So I like what I see from the squad. and I'm looking forward to see a lot more from this squad, and hopefully even not just this year, but the next upcoming year.
Right.
You know, we can have a great squad with us. Well, speaking of which, Coach Huff is about to join us. So, as he joins us, we'll go ahead and set some things up here for his first initial interview. So stay with us right quick. Okay, let's step down one. I'm gonna have to step up. This big man. All right, welcome back to the post game. Right now, I'm Clarence Jones, and we're here with the winning coach of Voorhees, and in his debut at that, we have Gabriel Huff. And Coach Huff, nice victory here tonight. I know it's a scrimmage, but I want to get your assessments about the team and how they played tonight.
Thought defensively, we were pretty much locked in. We weren't tired. We did a great job of playing for one another, moving the basketball. We shot the ball really well, but we've been working on that. So those are the things I'm really excited about. You got 5 guys in double figures.
Right.
That's really big.
Yeah, it is. And I was just mentioning to the crowd that it was a nice little mixture of veteran leadership and also the new kids that you told me on the radio side about. Let's talk about that for a minute. Taiwan Bowie, he did a pretty good job. Levine, he was active there on the boards there, but and also Jordan Blue and Ezekiel as well. He done a fabulous job. But just want to get your assessments on how the veterans and the new players just came together.
I think they came together well. I think Bowie and Staten Levine really started the game off really well. They gave us that lift we needed. They had been here.
Yeah.
They've been in this environment before, even though we don't have any fans.
Right.
Bowie's a shooter. He
Right.
makes shots, and he showed it again tonight. Staten Levine can do a lot of everything, and we think those 2 guys are really important for us. But then when you get the new guys coming in, you get the Jordan Blues, who, again, Swiss Army knife.
Right.
Defensively, point guard, can score it. Hector Rosario, same thing. And then when you get the young fella, Ezekiel Williamson-Bay,
Yeah.
who his energy level, when he steps onto the floor defensively, it changes stuff for us automatically.
Oh, yeah. Now, you mentioned defensively. I like what I've seen so far because we did mention that, you know, this team, even last year, was very good defensively. But it looks like now, even with the new faces, but still the same old intensity on the defensive side.
Can't lose that intensity. That's what Voorhees is about. That's what Coach Mitchell started doing, and we're going to continue to do. And I think you saw that. It was funny. I told my guys late in the game, I said, look at them. They're tired. We only got 8 guys. They would say tired. We got 8, and we were still going.
Right. So now, given the circumstances, the unusual circumstances of getting ready for the regular season, now it looks like we'll have a little longer break than expected. We were supposed to have a game on Thursday night, but you can clarify this for the viewers that we will not have the game on Thursday due to the COVID-19 case with the opponent.
Unfortunately, you know, they have a COVID case, some contact tracing. So they won't be able to come in town to play us on the 14th. So we get a week to get ready for a juggernaut in Dalton State. You know, they won 30 games last year. Coach Alex Ireland does a great job. We got to go into their house and we got to bring it. The best benefit that I think that we'll have is we'll have some more bodies to put out there. You know, there were times we were really small on the floor, and that could hurt us versus Dalton State. But being able to get some of those guys who were in our black warm-ups back on the floor really help us.
Right. Now, I did mention that this year we look really solid in that guard position as well. But I do like some of our forwards as well. It seems like, you know, they're very active. You know, we may not have the 7-footers or the 6'10s or whatnot there, but I still like the way how the team competed. Even in blowout victory tonight, it didn't seem like they lost their intensity, but I want to go back to what happened in the start of the second half, where of course we don't have no fans, we don't have no crowd here or anything, and they got on to a quick little 7-2 run, and you called the timeout, and you was very clear of what you saw was happening out there. But we do like that intensity as well. But we all did our praises, but as a coach, you're gonna look at the film. But just right now, not looking at the film, what do you think that this team needs to improve on before heading to Dalton?
We've got to execute better. I just told them that in the locker room. Like there were some times offensively and especially baseline out of bounds, we didn't execute the way we should have. And I told them that's on me. We didn't have a lot of time to get ready. I wanted to make sure we were sound defensively. So we've got to spend some more time on offensive execution. We can't turn the ball over as much, even though some of those were doing the right pass, making the right read. We just got to be better at that. But execution is the main thing we got to work on.
I'm going to get you out here with this question. Now, since you got that first game under your belt, how does it feel now being officially now the head coach and actually had a game underneath your belt?
It feels a whole lot better than it did at 8 o'clock.
Yes, it did.
I feel like I'm right at home now.
Yes.
You know, you come out and you got that. I don't care what anybody says. Derek Mitchell did one hell of a job, and I got to come out and follow him. You better start with a win, I can tell you that.
Right, exactly. Well, Coach Huff, thank you so very much for joining us. And, of course, we look forward each and every home game for this post-game interview. Very good insight. Thank you so very much, and congratulations on winning your first game.
Thank you.
All right. That was Coach Huff. Here, the victorious Tigers head coach. I'm Clarence Jones. We'll leave you off tonight. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Tiger basketball and Lady Tiger basketball, and we will speak to you next week for the doubleheader with Lady Tigers and the Tigers basketball. So hopefully that you can join us right here on the VC Tiger Sports page on our YouTube page. For everybody here, I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you and good night.